G'day folks, Rod Moore here and welcome to the Learn to Paint Club page where I get to share with you briefly a little bit about all of the reasons why you might want to consider joining the Learn to Paint Club for just $1 here today. So over the last 6 years, I've had the good fortune of being able to teach hundreds of students in my one-day art classes and more than 15,000 students now online around the world how to paint. And during that time, it's given me a chance to really refine my approach and develop what I now call the Moore method of painting. The Moore method of painting is quite simply the easiest way for beginners to intermediate artists to learn how to paint and start producing fantastic looking paintings with just a few colors, a few brushes, and 3 simple steps. You see, when I started out teaching, what I recognized straight away was that the problem most beginners had was confusion. They didn't really know what to do first, second, third. They had way too many colors and way too many brushes and too much equipment, and they didn't really know how to use any of it. And so the end result usually was mud and frustration, right? Mixing up muddy colors and just getting a little bit frustrated in trying to learn how to paint, which, let's face it should be fun and it should be easy to learn how to paint, right? So I noticed this when I was learning to paint. I struggled because of the way people were taught to paint, and I've seen it with my students time and time again. So that's when I started to develop the Moore method of painting. I started to simplify things right down, remove nearly all the colors from the palette, right, and just use a few brushes, and then I broke it down to 3 simple steps, which is what we now teach as the Moore method of painting. And I've had the good fortune now to prove that the Moore method of painting works, not only for myself, but for the students that I've taught, students all around the world who have learnt through our online classes. And I've now had the good fortune to be able to teach others to become teachers and start teaching the Moore method of painting. So I know with absolute certainty that the Moore method of painting works. So if you've come to this page because you're looking to learn how to paint, or maybe you've started painting, but you just need a bit more guidance, a bit more direction, a bit more knowledge to improve your painting to a point where you're happy with them, then you've come to the right place. So at the beginning of 2017, I started the Learn to Paint Club, and I'm really excited about it. The Learn to Paint Club is my monthly inner circle group, if you like. It's members who every month get access to the new projects that I'm creating, skill building exercises, and they get access to a lot of the different courses that I create as I continue to develop the Moore method of painting and spread it around the world. So as a member of the Learn to Paint Club, you're going to have instant access to all of the back issues. So every month I release 2 or 3 new projects and other bonuses and goodies along the way. So you get those every month. And if you join today, you get access to all the previous episodes going right back to the beginning of 2017. At the time of recording this, there's more than 20 different painting projects. You've got access to different courses, ebooks, photo references, and a lot more. And that will continue to develop and grow over time. I'm going to keep adding lots of exciting new projects in there, and a variety of different subjects and mediums over time will be added into the Learn to Paint Club. In fact, going forward, nearly everything that I do, apart from some premium courses and things like that, but nearly all the painting projects that I do are going to be for members of the Learn to Paint Club. So this is my inner circle. It's my group of those of you who are really keen to learn and develop and grow as artists. And it doesn't matter what your starting point is. It doesn't matter if you're starting out brand new or if you're, have had some experience and you're doing well. If you're keen to learn and you want to find out more, then this is the place to be. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm trialing, I've got a suit on here, so I thought I'd better try some marketing stuff, right? So we're trialing the offer where you can join the Learn to Paint Club for just $1. And what that does is it gives you an opportunity to log into the members area. You can check out all the projects and the different bonuses that you get as a member. And if you decide it's for you, then just stay a member and then you'll click on to becoming a full paying member within 10 days. If you decide it's not for you, then you can just let us know and we'll cancel your membership and give you $1 back. But for $1, you've got the opportunity to access a whole range of different projects that you can start to do straight away. So in teaching students, what I've found is that there's really only 2 things that you need in order to be able to learn to paint and get quite good at painting, the first thing is you need to basically get the knowledge and the skills that you need. So there's some fundamental things you have to understand. Things like composition, values, how to mix color, little things like that, how to use the medium, how to use the brushes. So there's some fundamental skills you need to get, and you learn those through repetition. You know, if you just hear it once, then you'll take part of that message on. But if you hear it over and over and over, through repetition, you'll learn those skills. And once you know them, and they shift to being, you know, an unconscious skill that you have, you don't really have to worry about learning those again. And then the other thing that makes you a good artist is regular practice, is, you know, every week doing a painting or two. And I know everyone's busy, right? So not everyone has the good fortune to be a full-time artist and art teacher like myself. But for those of you who, you know, maybe you've got a job or a family and you're working around that, if you can just do 1 or 2 paintings a week, you will dramatically improve your ability to paint. The problem for a lot of beginners is they just don't practice enough because they don't have enough paintings to do, right? They don't know what to paint next. So the advantage of the Learn to Paint Club is that you're going to get every month new painting projects and photo reference material and art courses and things like that delivered to you each month in the members area, so that you've always got something to paint. You've always got a project to work on. You've got skill building exercises where you learn about values and how to use the brush. You've got painting projects where you'll learn about how to mix color, how to draw the big shapes, how to block in correctly, and how to do those little highlights and details and finishing touches that really bring a painting to life, yeah? And that's the exciting thing for me, is when you start putting those highlights on and see the three-dimensional sort of form take shape. That's what I absolutely love, and it's what gives me the biggest thrill about painting. So moving forward, you know, the Learn to Paint Club is going to become the area that I focus most of my teaching on. So if you're serious about wanting to learn to paint and develop your painting and learn more and really accelerate your progress, because we know that the Moore method of painting helps people to be able to really get better results faster, then consider joining us. And, you know, as I said, you can take a $1 trial, check it out, decide if it's for you or not. And then if you do decide it's for you, it costs you a couple of dollars, you know, a week to get access to all the projects and the courses and everything else that we put into the Learn to Paint Club. And I just know that you're going to love it if you're, you know, keen to develop your own painting. There's an option there if you don't like having it on a monthly billing and you want to save some money. There is an option down below where you can join on an annual basis and you save yourself the money doing that as well. So it's up to you which way you want to join. But at least check us out. Even if you're sitting on the fence right now, for $1, it's worth just checking it out, and, you know, you'll get access to great painting projects like this one that I finished yesterday. This is a seascape from just near my hometown where I live. I was out bushwalking, took a photo, and did this painting. So that's in our August edition of the Learn to Paint Club. So, you know, there's so many great projects in there. I know you're going to love it. And I know I'm going on a bit, but, you know, for $1, it's worth trying. And if you don't like it, you can cancel at any time. Just read all the information down below. And I look forward to seeing you on the inside of the Learn to Paint Club. Cheers.